Well, good morning there, everyone. This is Victor Galactifus Walker. Excuse me. It's a rainy day here. Kind of. There you go. But today is October 17th, and today is my birthday. Oh my God. A day that I never thought I would have ever lived to see. 50 years of age. This little documentary is to those who don't know, have not experienced, and also to those who have experienced what I'm about to give a synopsis of. And that is my life's journey. I am just so overjoyed, overwhelmed, over excited, and over grateful to the Almighty Creator who has sustained my life all these 5 decades. 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. When I was told and that I knew, that I felt within my being that I was never going to even attain 20 years of age status. And then 20 years of age came, and based on what I've just mentioned, I thought I would have never made it to 25. And I made it to 25, and the same goes onward to today's date. I was born an unusual child. It's so unfortunate that my mother, who birthed me into this world, is no more with us. She would have loved to have seen me reached this age, because she was the beginning, and she was the one that was responsible for me being here. I mean, in terms of conception on the half side, the other half my father, but mothers, as we all know, bear all the burdens, pains, agonies, frustrations, and stresses during the conception period and up to delivery. So she bore me for 11 months. For some of you who are biological experts, you will think it's impossible, but I'm sure most of you around the world have seen such stuff like that. But I was one of those miracle child, or I would say one of those miracle children. Mama passed the 9th month and entered the 11th month. Almost died before I was born. And when I was born sick. I mean, real sick. All of my relatives, my aunts, my mother, father, everyone told me this story, my grandmom, how I was dying literally. So long story short, most of you already are aware of this, but throughout the length and breadth of my life, I have lived sick. Not one day in my life, and I'm telling you, literally, that I have not been in some kind of pain, some kind of agony, some kind of illness. Through it all, I doubted my existence. There were times that I even longed to die. There were times that I hoped to die. I preferred death over life, predicated on all the pains and agonies and sufferings that I had endured over the years. It's unfortunate that some people don't believe in the reality of the dark world, the reality of the supernatural world. But for those of you who believe and know that it exists, you will understand and concur with my story. I thought that something had happened to me that could only be fixed in the United States, Europe, Australia, one of these countries in the West with technologically advanced treatments, medications, equipments to diagnose things. Because back in the day, I didn't believe in this witchery and sorcery and all these fetishes, demographics. So I thought my problem was medical, and if I had come here to the United States where I live now for the past 20 years, I would have been well. It's interesting that wasn't the case, because I arrived here 19 and a half years ago, and I was glad and joyful that finally Victor Walker will be diagnosed with whatever going on in his body, and they will find a remedy. Every doctor, every specialist from 2001 until now have not seen, have not diagnosed, have not found what's the root cause of my ailment now. I continue to live. Those days back in the day before I met my wife and I were joined together in holy matrimony, it was my mother who prayed for me. That's all I depended on those days. My mom's prayers, fasting. She stayed with me throughout the night, bitter nights, when my heart was rumbling, tearing apart in my chest. It was Mama. Then came along my treasured wife, Deborah Kume, and she took on the responsibility to struggle with God concerning my health. And those are the two factors, my mother and my wife's prayers, that have been sustaining me. So when I came over to the United States, I said, well, this is it. Now I can rely on the Western medications and, advancement. That did not work. I'm not going to say much here concerning my life and my health. I've said enough. Maybe some of my friends, close people who love me and care for me and who have not wished that I was dead. We all got people like those who wish that some of us were not even alive. But I will have the time to discuss in detail with few trusted, God-sent friends. But I thank God today, Almighty Creator. Some call Him God. I call Him the Creator. And sometimes I make mistakes and say God, but it's all right. I thank the Creator, my Creator, for sparing my life all these years to live, to be 50 years old. Even saying 50 years old sounds heavy for my mouth, my lips. to utter, because I shouldn't even be here. I should have been vaporized. I'm not going to cry. I'm going to rejoice in my heart. I thank you, Deborah. I thank you, Mama. I'm so sorry that Mama was taken from us, that you were taken from us in an untimely fashion by reason of that godforsakenly useless place we call country, Liberia, that eats up its inhabitants, whose leaders have destroyed the very fabric of that nation's livelihood of good health and food by evil manifestations of leadership, heartless, ruthless politicians over the years, dating way back from 1847. Even I would dare to say prior, because 1847 was when independence was achieved. Something that I wish didn't happen back then. I wish we would have remained with the American colonization society all these years. I believe Liberia would have thrived well. But that's for another day's story. As I was saying, in that country, Mama lost her life because there was no health care put in place when she was attacked. She suffered from high blood pressure and diabetes, something that's easily controlled here. Mama insisted that she wanted to go back home to her grandkids, but Mama is not here. I wish she was. And Mama, I'm going to mourn you, grieve you, cry for you until the end of my life. I loved you so much. I love you so dearly. Although we had our times that we disagreed, like every other family, sons and mothers and daughters and fathers, my heart for you was pure. That's why everywhere I went in the world, I took you along with me. I cared for you all these years. I'm sorry that I listened to the voices and agreed to let you go back to Liberia. I'm so sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Each day I blame myself because you would have been alive. You would have been alive to see this day that your son became 50 years old. I'm so sorry, Mama. I would have rather let you be here, cry and moan and groan to go back to see grandchildren or whatever. But you would have been alive, crying, doing it, than for you to be dead upon returning home. Oh, Mama, I'm sorry. But I've made it, Mama, at 50. If the Creator wants to call me home now, He can do that. Because I never knew I would have been 50 years old, 40 years old, 30 and 20. Look at me today. Although I don't feel even 50% well all the time, even as I speak right now, I continue to live I continue to thrive. I have a wife, Deborah, to look after, to guide and protect and provide for. If I didn't have Deborah in my life, I would have rather died when Mama died. When I heard that Mama had passed, it took everything out of me all these months. I wanted to die that day. I felt like just following Mama. Like I said before, Deborah came in my life, it was only Mama. I loved my father. I cared about him. But I loved Mama the most. My father didn't make it easy for us to love him. I think my children can say the same about me too. Because of the way I treated my precious wife over the years. Some people, when you talk like this and they want to look at you different, but go to hell, all of you who would look at me like that, because you're a bundle of hypocrites. Everyone got their own stuff dealing with it. Somebody comes out and openly says, the truth, discredit themselves about things that they've done wrong. And everybody want to demonize you and look at you like some kind of evil person. And that's why you get deceived all the time by those who masquerade as good people. None of us is good. So yes, my children could say the same about me. I'm not that person anymore, but I'm not going to erase the fact that I never gave my wife problems. So I'm saying that my children could say the same that I say for my father, because we used to love Mama so dearly. And that's another story for another day. But Papa, if you're going to watch this, I love you. You know I do that. But just like you love your mother, and we always saw that you love Mama, your grandma more than us. Yes, more than everybody, more than yourself. You loved and cherished grandma more than yourself. Up to today's date, I never saw a man who honors and cherished and enslaved himself for his mother as you. I know there are other men around the world who I have not traveled everywhere in the world, but for what I've seen during my 50 years, you're the one that come up top, loving your mother. So you understand where I'm coming from when I talk about loving Mama. That's a different kind of love, from a father to from a son to a mother. But it was just Mama and then Debbie. In all these years, still the doctors with advanced technology, advanced equipment to diagnose anything, I am still undiagnosed. But I continue to live. My son Victor always tells me, Father, you're going to live longer. This morning he's reiterated, he said, you see, you've turned 50. And he said, it's going to keep coming. It's going to keep coming. Victor, I try to believe it. I think I should believe it by now, because I'm still alive. Even though you see me go to the hospital all the time, ICU and emergency ward, I still continue to live. I'm just giving this message today to say how grateful I am, to show the Creator gratitude for all that He has done for me. He's blessed me. He's improved my life a great deal. So many years I've been a bridge. I've been a life support line for hundreds, if not thousands a few thousands over the span of my life. A life that I've always hoped to have, to help people. He made me an integral part of the philanthropic world by providing me with resources in my weakest way to help. I'm just counting the blessings. Not only that I am alive, I am thriving to survive this ailment within my body that I don't know of, that I would like to always say the white man, not being racist or anything, but I like to say that because God used the white man to develop a lot of things. Even if the black man did, it was from the white man's school, going way back. And all of you know what I'm talking about, but that's how I talk. I always say the white man has not figured out what is wrong with me. My doctor, one of my doctors over the years, he told me, he said, Mr. Walker, I've done everything. I've sent you to all these referral specialists. They have reported to me that your heart is like a teenage heart. Your organs, your kidneys, your lungs, your liver, everything is like working perfectly. Even until I think three or 4 days ago, yeah, I was feeling so sick and I rushed into the emergency. My wife, and she's not well, so she was home, and I went in, but we video chatted. I was in an emergency, and they ran every single test again. EKG, MRI, you just name it, CAT scan, and everything that would, show what is going on, and nothing. Yet I still feel. I don't know how many of you out there that understanding what I'm saying, that your doctors cannot find anything happening to me that's wrong with you, cannot diagnose anything. Yet you feel sick. So today, October 17th, 2020, Saturday, the time is 10:25 here. I give you all the praise. I give you all the glory, honor, adoration. I ascribe to you for giving me another year to reach half a century. Only you. And I thank you. I thank you for giving me Deborah. I thank you for sending her my way in 1994. We just celebrated 25 years day before yesterday. That was the 14th of October. We've been married 25 years. Deborah, I love you. And I'm so in love with you. Thank you for standing by me. Thank you for protecting me physically through the instrumentality of your great God that you love and cherish and worship. Thank you for providing comfort, safety, and peace for me and the children. I'm sorry for sounding selfish, but I love my children, and I don't love them lightly. I love them very much. But they all know from the time they were little, they were toddlers, that their mother came first. That's different. And on the other hand, they come first. That's mothers. They come first than me. She loves me, in a crazy way, but she loves her children. So it's balanced. Both of us can just be selfish, loving each other. Somebody has to love the children. I love them, but my love surpasses them for my wife. And I thank God for all of you. You all have grown into nice, good children. We've had our ups and downs too. But as a father, I want to let you know today that I do love you so much. Many a times, it's over the years, past things that prevailed, transpired. If I acted indifferently, it was based on shame and embarrassment, disgrace. You know, sometimes we have the tendency of trying to overshadow those features by being, like, oh, you're tough guy, or you're right, and you give some. No. All of you know me. I'm not like that. I've always admitted to you my frailties back in those years. And I just want you to know, Stephanie and Victor, that Father loves you. I don't know which father would want to hate his children. Circumstances prevail or develop sometimes that things go wrong, but real true fathers never hit his children. He loved them, hoped that things would be better, and that's what I am to you all. I can't give my life for you or Stephanie, because that life is reserved for your mother. That if something is happening that I'm supposed to give my life for one of you while all of you are in danger, she will be alive that day. All of you know the story. So but I'm trying to say that I can do anything for you all. Anything. I love you. Thank you for forgiving me over the years. And I hope that we will continue, since we've gone many years now, we'll continue to be good families. Exemplary family. And I pluralized the family earlier. I mean, to say that we all going to have our own families, but all of the families that you guys going to have would have come from your family here. Everything we taught you, your mom and I taught you, inculcated, transferred, empowered you to transfer to your family. This would have been the root. I thank all of you for joining me in celebrating this day. I thank God for bringing into our path friends who have become family friends. Firstly, Brother Emmanuel Kaji and his wife Ama, and little Emmanuel and little Faith. You all don't know how our hearts rejoice that we met you, that the Lord brought you to us to become friends. You have shown us so much love, respect, honor, and care. Ama, thank you so much for loving my wife as your own big sister. Emmanuel, thank you so much for loving me as your big brother. Thank you, and I pray that the Lord will bind us together with unbroken cords, that we will thrive as family throughout the ages that are before us, throughout the years that we have ahead of us, that we will care and love and be there for each other. Brother Justin and Florine, I can't tell how much I want to mention how much we love you, how much we thank the Lord for bringing you into our lives as well through the auspices of Brother Emmanuel and his wife. We would not have known you. You have loved us and shown us so much admiration. thank you. I hope and pray that we will thrive together along life's journey as one family. We love you so much, and all the children that God has blessed you with. Kimi, if you will be there to listen to this or watch this, we love you too in Adebayo. Thank God for bringing you through to us as well, through Emmanuel. And we love you, and we see how much you care and respect us. We pray that the Lord will continue to elevate you and Adebayo to unmeasurable heights, that you will prosper in this land, and you will become a beacon of success and an exemplary figure to hundreds and thousands of people in the years to come. Continue to trust God. Deborah, my wife, I thank the Lord for saving you. We would have lost you, or you would have been disabled, but the Lord saved you on August 26th this year. And we know that what the Lord has started, He will complete it. A month ago, you couldn't talk. You couldn't remember anything. I thought you were never going to be able to speak again. But after 3 weeks, you began to muscle up sentences and conjugations. Today, you can communicate not completely well, fluently, but you're not to where you were. And you can remember so many things. And I want to let you know, you will start to sing again. You will start to pray again. Your words will return to you, because it's a gradual process. Everything is working its way as your brain heals. And I've always told the Lord that, please take me out of here when the time comes before her. I'm not able to stand it. And it's going to be so great that he does that. These past months were terrible for me, watching you lie on that bed. But I'm so glad that you are a strong fighter, and the Lord has equipped you. He has sustained you over the years to be this pillow for our family, this backbone for our family, just as Grandma was. And you have picked up that mantle, even as you had picked it up many years ago. But now it's you. I'm so sorry for being hard. Many times you are so soft, and many times you want me to do things, even though to people, for people who don't deserve it, and I get upset with you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I will do my best to listen to you and follow what your leading would dictate. For those of you out there, I just want you to know, whoever you are, family,